First of all, I want to thank the Chairman Thompson, and the Homeland Security Committee for working with me on this amendment. Appreciate their attitude very much and their openness to this suggestion. This is a fairly straightforward amendment, and what it's trying to do is to mirror the resources of the federal government and to make sure that they're in sync with the needs of local transit systems. And this actually developed out of a Homeland Security working group dialogue that I had in my congressional district. I represent the west and northwest suburbs of Chicago and a wide range of commuters. We've got bus lines and rail lines in the Chicago area, and there's a certain level of vulnerability. So last March, I invited some of the leadership of the public transit systems and some of the security agencies to really offer ideas, and this is one of the ideas that they had. And they said, look, we have needs at the local level, and there are resources at the federal government, but sometimes those two things aren't really in sync. And so what this is, it says simply that the Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security will hold hearings if this amendment is passed, and those hearings are really about the subject of whether current allowable uses of grant funds are sufficient to meet the daily needs, the daily security needs and the transit security needs of these local agencies. Then, after that happens, after this conversation happens in these hearings, to come back to Congress and to report. And I think that this is one of these areas where there's a great deal of common ground. There's uncertainty sometimes at the state and local level about how federal funds fit into their agenda. We all know that we in the Congress are trying to help, and this is a structured way to have that conversation, because when it comes down to it, there's nearly 12 million Americans that are riding on passenger trains each day, and that's 6 times as many as fly on in our skies. And I think that this is a wise use of resources, and urge the adoption of the amendment.
At this time, gentleman from Illinois.
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I want to thank the gentleman for his support. And just one other point for the record. The amendment is endorsed by the American Public Transportation Association